were talking about acceptance, getting into the mood, accepting, surrender to someone. So all of that really built up on my chanting today. And I feel that that was the main reason that I didn't even thought that, I have crossed 16 and I'm going 35. So I know it's a very small number for the people who chant every day, but I mean, I think it was an eye opener for me. And one more thing I will say, Maharajji, I was in New Vrindavan last week, and I was I was chanting with my son who is 8-year-old, and another thing that opened my perspective today was when I was chanting with him, I completed before him, and he was still chanting. He said, "Did you complete 2 rounds?" I said, "Yeah," and he said, "I'm still chanting." So I said, "Okay." Then I asked him why did you took so long? So it was the speed basically. I was chanting like a doer, and he was chanting because he also plays mridanga. He was chanting with a kirtan thought. He was chanting it, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. And I was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So there was a big difference. And I'll say one more thing about Indra Mataji, because in one time she was doing a kirtan, and she gave this. She was going so fast on that, and she gave this, kind of a tune for chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So
look what you did.
So grateful to each and every moment. I mean, every day was a learning here. All of these years, all of the last year, I've been coming here, and especially these 3 days have been really beautiful experience for me.
I want to share one thing about counting, but give him the microphone. After breakfast, etc., I had a 10:30 appointment with the little kids, and they had an Nrsimha Arti, and then so we passed out beads to everybody, and we were chanting together, 108 beads. But one of the children finished before the rest of the children. And I said, "How many beads you got there?" 108. I said, "You finished," because he was already working on the next round. And then another boy, while we were having our exchange like this, he was still chanting. And I said, "What, are you in round number 2? He said, "Yeah, I like chanting." So, counting is not the essence, as we heard, this realization, counting is not the essence. We keep track because, the 6 Goswamis did for a reason, so we follow the 6 Goswamis with good reason. But the essence is not the number, the number is there for a reason. So we say, thank you, and count on beads. But counting is not the essence, that's for sure. Okay. Anyone in the category of having completed or will complete today 64 would like to volunteer? And I'm at liberty to call on people too. Yes. You didn't raise your hand? You raised your hand just for fun. Okay, he's next. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, thank you. First of all, a great appreciation for the local devotee who provide us such a nice environment to absorb in chanting. And my feeling is chanting is about taking darshan of the holy name and worship the holy name through hearing. And my reflection is without acceptance and service mood, even if the object of service is right in front of us, it is as if it is on the other side of the world. And on the other hand, if there is acceptance and service mood, then time and space in this world cannot create any distance between us and the object of service. And I think if we really try to hear and try to serve, then likely we will feel that holy name actually demands our attention and response.
Was that your experience today? You're doing conceptual. I'm doing the personal. Sometimes.
It's because holy name is infinite, and we are finite, and we will not be able to express everything in the holy name perfectly. And but this is not a flaw. This is actually the essence, or you can say the art of chanting, because it is chanting is not just a simple repetition, but it's an experience that stimulates the desire to hear more and hear better. It's like the expression by Rupa Goswami, when the holy name enters into the holes of the ear, you desire millions of ears, and when it is dancing on the tongue, you desire millions of tongue. And even at that level, there is still more to receive and to express.
You did a great job in the conceptual. I'm pinning you down to the personal. Is that okay? We have a nice relationship. I know it's okay, but I ask anyway. That's part of the relationship. So, of those nice understandings that you shared with us, of those which were most meaningful to you, and how many rounds were you able to complete today so far?
I believe you asked me this question last year, Guru Maharaj.
I'll probably ask it again.
I'll try to reply it a little bit differently. The number is 2 to the power of 6.
PhD in math. And your experience? Those sources that gave you the greatest strength and nourishment as you went along. Subjective, personal.
I think it's just try to hear and try to serve in a simple but sincere way, and always try, even if you don't feel like that, still try to do it like that.
Okay. She's tricky. 2 to the power of 6. Go ahead.
Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you for the opportunity and such a nice festival of holy name. This is my first time chanting this many rounds. I've never done like more than 16 or 16 also few times in a lifetime. So not more than 4. But for a few days I was reflecting on how to do chanting better, and with this Festival of Holy Name I realized that I always put emphasis on I am the doer. This presentation in last few days made me realize that I should be receiver. And more than presentation, yesterday I was having discussion with Anand Shesh Prabhu, and he also, while discussing, he is again pointing out, see your doer, see your doer. So he correcting me throughout the conversation.
Wow.
And then whatever I say, he say, see your doer. And then after 15 minutes, I realized no matter what I say, I am not ready to give up that I am the doer. And then throughout the chanting today, I was just asking Krishna, please accept me, whoever I am, whatever I am. That's all.
That's nice. That's all. That's everything. Behind you, would you like to? Yeah, behind you, right behind you. Yeah. Look, you pointed to the right person. You weren't ready for this.
No. I didn't do the full 64 rounds, but in the beginning, sitting here in the temple room with everyone, and I just found it really sweet. And I really appreciated the point of putting the mind in the box. That I think really helped me a lot.
Yeah, that's put in a short phrase a number of messages that were repeated, with more expansion of how it was said, but that was pretty succinct, and I found it effective too. And then especially when she reminded me that came from me, I didn't remember. Okay. You're off the hook. In front of you. Raise your hand again.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I've been attending remotely this festival. This is my first time in person. So this is a whole lot different. I completed 71 rounds so far.
Ooh. Let me ask you, what time did you get up this morning?
4.
4. I was up at 2. I was like, 64 round day ki jai.
So for me, things which helped, I was feeling unqualified, that it's by your mercy, by the devotee's mercy, I'm able to get the holy name. And I was feeling, I was meditating on the lotus feet of Radha Shamsundar, and I was like asking how I can serve you. So that mood gave me a lot of emotion and connection to the holy name. When I was getting distracted, your phrase and Hemangi Mataji's phrase, lock your mind, put it away, that was helping. It was a wonderful experience being in person. And one thing you said, that there is the mercy of the acharyas.
Yeah.
So I was calling out,
Yeah.
You are giving that mercy, you are linked to the chain, and I could feel the mercy. And thank you, Maharaj, and thank you to the local devotees who've done a fabulous job. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for sharing. 71. Okay. Jivana Jivana, you want to be called on? You can say no. You know what that means, Sri Radhika, you're next.
He was telling me to volunteer before I get volunteered.
I also warned you. I know how to call on people. You can say no.
Maharaj, I'll share.
Okay.
So I was able to chant 70 and a half rounds because your session started. And what gave me strength, or what my experience was, there were moments where there was just waves of gratitude, very strong feelings of gratitude. One of your slides, I think in the first session, talked about expect that things will surface up, anarthas and so forth. So what came to my mind were memories of some of the things that I have done in terms of abusing my own body, abusing others, like eating meat and things like that. And so I was, and here I am finding a tremendous amount of transformation that's happened and feeling unqualified for it, and very grateful to Krishna and the agents of Krishna. So those waves of gratitude were very strong. The message that really made me go through the whole day, and by the way, I put my phone away, I put my watch away, which is really annoying because it keeps buzzing for stuff that comes on. Like if someone enters the house, I get my watch buzzes and stuff like that. So I just kept everything away for last 12, 13 hours.
No watch, huh?
Yeah. It just...
There's a clock on the wall.
That helped a little bit, but just the sound. I just wanted to focus on the sound. There was a point I was going to make. Yeah. Madhavendra Puri's verse that I may not be able to focus my mind on you, Krishna, but I'm going to be determined to try to focus my mind on you. And it doesn't matter what others say or think or any of that. I'm not able to, but I'm going to be determined and just try to hear your name. So that verse stuck with me throughout my chanting process today.
A little sharing from my side. That verse also, plus that graphic of the fellow sitting by the lake, trying to hear or striving to hear or attempting to hear, and then the lake became peaceful, and then Krishna appeared within the lake of the calm mind. And then this morning, and even if Krishna doesn't appear in the calm mind, that's not the essence either. The essence is the striving and the hearing, and that Krishna will reciprocate however he wants to. And it can be neglect, and determination, that connects with the determination. Let me make this best effort, even if there's nothing that apparently is producing a result. That's an elevated status, Madhavendra Puri. You ready?
It was a deeply meaningful exercise for me, Guru Maharaj, that you gave me the service to record Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
So one sentence really stayed with me today, which is, what came from the heart of a saint through my ear, entered my heart, and forcibly began to dance on my tongue. So a thought that was coming today was, what a milestone, 2 decades of this festival. and thinking 2 decades into the future, you will be 97. So I sure hope that you will still be leading us into our 2046 Festival of the Holy Name. So the gravity of how precious the opportunity to chant in your presence weighed very heavily on me. And it really helped with presence, with receiving every name. So you were on my right, and I could hear you chanting and often clearing your throat. And I would visualize that sound coming from the heart of the saint is entering through my ear into my heart, and it's coming on the tongue. And so for the first time, I had a very palpable experience of presence, and that chanting is a descending, not an ascending process. I'm very, very grateful for this experience, Guru Maharaj.
But you didn't share with us how many rounds you chanted?
64.
64.
By your mercy.
I have a question. Your son was really absorbed in chanting. Do you have any idea what his experience was?
We haven't seen them all day.
Okay. And another little sharing. I sent this entire everything as a zip file to Surabhi to have everything, and I'm sure she'll get in touch with you to get the images so they can embed the Chinese narration, etc., etc. And it's already set up, the end of October in Hong Kong. Next year. Yes, you have to plan these things in advance because they're going to take time to translate but this whole presentation is Hemangi here? No. She and Jamuna Jiva are going to have to put their heads together and figure out how to do that interactive slide in part 3, because it's going to be repeated 6 times here in America, and then 1 time in India, and 1 time in Hong Kong. So hopefully the chanting people have their experience in chanting will be enhanced by that. Okay. Well, we have a little under half an hour left. Should I call on some more people, or someone would like to volunteer? Okay, very good.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you very much, first of all, to the ISKCON of Naperville. I know personally how much it takes to organize a retreat like this. Central New Jersey, you have did 12 japa retreats, Maharaj, till now. So it's not easy for you. It's not easy for the organizers also. You have did 5 continuous japa retreats in a period of 7 months or 6 months. This is my plus minus 18th japa retreat, I think, which I am, with your mercy, able to take the fortune of attending. The decision to come to Naperville was just 5 days before coming here. Maharaj, my in-laws are in India right now. So Veerabhadra Prabhu said, this is the time when you can spend good time in the association of the devotees with Festival of Holy Name. You have told me last year in Japa retreat in CNJ, when I expressed that my inclination is always after certain rounds to serve the devotees who come to the temple. And you suggested that it has to be taken in the form of turns. Devotees take turns to attend the regular devotees who come to the temple. So that reflected, and I thought, when Veerabhadra Prabhu said you have to go, I thought maybe this is the time. I started my journey, actually this 64 rounds journey, on Wednesday, Maharaj. Shreyas and me drove 15 hours, mostly he drove. And we reached Tuesday evening directly to the class, your class. So I thought this is the time when I can spend some me time with the holy name. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was able to do, with Krishna's mercy, with your classes, 64 rounds every day. Yesterday it was a little more than 64. Today when I started japa, the first thing came, I started early, Maharaj, around 2:30. The thing what came to my mind was, you are sharing last year in CNJ, after everybody was sharing in the morning how many rounds they did. You generally ask, this time you did not, but how many rounds you finished already, something like that. You shared something very touching to me, and I meditated, I copy-pasted your thought. You said that the feeling, when I got up in the morning, the feeling that I'll be in a room full of devotees who have the common objective of pleasing Krishna by chanting holy name. So I meditated on that thought, that these many devotees will be doing chanting to please Krishna. Hemangi Mataji's please accept me Krishna was very helpful for me. As one of the Prabhu was saying, however I am, please accept me Krishna. Along with that, please consider my little endeavors Krishna. And then I finished 32 rounds before coming here, Maharaj. Somehow with Krishna's mercy, Chintamani Mataji was looking for someone who can do Prabhupada Aarti. And a couple of devotees were not able to. I said, she asked me and I was able to do. When I was doing Prabhupada Aarti also, my only plead for Prabhupada was, please don't get me into this doership mentality. Don't make me feel complacent. So, with all devotees' mercy, Radha Shyam Sundar in CNJ and Radha Shyam Sundar in Nepal, mercy, I was able to do 98 rounds, Maharaj.
Sure.
First 64 rounds, as Yamuna Jivan Prabhu has said, no phone, no eating, no seeing anybody in the temple hall, closing my eyes, trying to just focus on the hearing of what I am chanting. I was not happy on what I am chanting. I felt like I'm making a lot of disconnective things while hearing. I could feel. But I again tried to say, though it was funny, I was thinking about the monkey slide, that my mind is like a monkey, scorpion, drunken, ghost. And then I tried to focus again. The Trataka way of chanting, Maharaj, helped me a lot. I was seeing on my phone after 64 rounds the mantra, while visually seeing and chanting, helped me to focus back my mind and heart on chanting. Overall, it was a wonderful experience, Maharaj. I would say, out of all the japa retreats, I'm sure many more to go. With your mercy, I would experience many better things. But this was the best of hearing the sound vibrations. So I had a sankalpa that I would surrender to the sound vibration of the holy name. Maybe half of my rounds, or little more than half, I was able to do that, Maharaj. And I thank all of you again, the hosts, whoever are hosting the devotees from different places and organizers and everything. Thank you very much. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Something I noticed when we have japa retreats, in Houston, they somehow have it together that there's somebody assigned. I didn't ask, but it seemed to be organized. Somebody at the door that when people come in, they don't know what's going on, and they just do what people do when they come in the temple. So somebody was the greeter. And here somebody started doing that also. One Mataji was when people came and helped them, what's going on. Because, people come for darshan and they see a whole room full of people chanting japa, they don't know what to make of it. So to help them, it's a good, Amrita Kelly, you can make note of this, someone to be a guest greeter. And they can certainly be a participant in the japa, and when guests come and are a little disoriented, to orient them according to who they are, and a little something they can put in their hand, or a set of beads, or something, according to the person. Make them part, allow them or help them to become part of the experience, according to their inspiration. Okay. Anybody else would like to participate? Yes?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for a wonderful retreat as always. The presentations, the steps were very helpful, particularly the session that was yesterday. It was a journey in itself, and I'm very thankful to you and to Hemangi Mataji also for making that a very profound experience. This morning, the first thing that I realized was how difficult it was to have Mauna Vrata for the day.
Really?
Yeah. And forgive me for saying this, but I also realized that how much, when we usually meet with devotees, Prajalpa I tend to do. And today, observing Mauna Vrata was an eye-opener for me.
Good.
So thank you very much. Another thing that was very profound, and I think several devotees have talked about it, but I would like to mention that one more time, the image with the lake. That image reminded me of a very profound line by Khalil Gibran. May I please read that line here?
You've got your phone ready?
Thank you. Just to make sure that I don't paraphrase it, I'll read it directly from the source.
Go right ahead.
And I'm making it ISKCON friendly, Guru Maharaj.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
ISKCON friendly means what?
The word God has been used here. I'll say Krishna.
Oh, okay. Okay. I like it.
He says, when Krishna threw me a pebble into this wondrous lake, I disturbed its surface with countless circles. But when I reached the depths, I became very still. When I was looking at that image this morning, and then when I was trying to chant, I was getting distracted a lot. But whenever I had little glimpses of I'm chanting, I was able to feel this, and this kept coming back to me, and so I felt like sharing that, Maharaj. And I just want to end by saying this, that the chanting today, by the way, I have done 60 rounds. I'm 4 more to go. Thank you. But Guru Maharaj, this was a very profound retreat for me personally, and by far today's 64 rounds day has been the best. And as I join my fellow God brothers and sisters when they say that we would like to have so many more like this in your association. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
It's in Krishna's hands. We're dependent, not independent. Nityananda Pran, you weren't here.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I was not here because my flight was delayed. Otherwise, I would have been here before 7 o'clock. There's some congestion in O'Hare that all flights got delayed. I've been eagerly looking forward to the Festival of Holy Name. And about a week ago, exactly 1 week ago, the preparation intensified, the anticipation intensified. We were performing or presenting a Ramayana in Michigan.
Yeah.
And it's an episode of Vibhishana's surrender. And Sri Ramachandra in that says very strongly to Sugriva that even if once someone appeals to me, and the word there was yachate, appeal. So that's how it started for me, that I would like that in this, starting that day, that as I'm going for the Festival of Holy Name, I remember the word yachate, one who appeals to the Lord. It's not just that I'm repeating some words, but I'm appealing to Sri Ramachandra. And the day after, from then, as every day I hear your voice, one thing that I made a sincere effort is to not just hear the words you were saying, but try and connect with the voice, with how you were saying for us, the eagerness in your voice that we also tap into, perhaps the same level of joy or grace that you're experiencing. So that was very helpful to strengthen the anticipation further. And daily I would hear the Shad Goswami Astaka, particularly because the 6 Goswamis made ruffians all, they were dear to the ruffians as well. So I relate that very much, that I can access their grace even if I'm a ruffian. On the one hand, great sages like yourself, they're very dear to you, and ruffians like me also can approach them. It was definitely a very moving experience, just hearing, and I would hear Prabhupada singing it specifically for me. And hearing Prabhupada call out the names of the 6 Goswamis was very, I don't know, it was impelling for me. So as the anticipation grew last night, I mean, I worked a full day, but I went to bed early. Like Maharaj always says, eat less, get to bed on time. I did. Woke up early in the morning. And the first thing I wanted to chant, I paid obeisances, looked for, okay, what time is my Uber going to show up? And it says the flight's been delayed by 5-6 hours or something. So since I was up, I began chanting in the morning itself. And I didn't explicitly say this is my sankalpa, but it was that I just want to be able to receive whatever comes. Even if nothing comes, I will receive that as well. And so the first thing was that your flight's not going to go. I had to tell
that.
Yes. And usually I would be a little anxious or fidgety, and I just kept the phone aside whenever it happens, and I was able to chant. And I've chanted 44 rounds, this airplane here, travel, but there were three visuals for me that helped me move through, and I did feel that Krishna moved me or helped me feel his grace. The one is this is about 8 years ago in the Kishore Kishori temple during Festival of Holy Name. There's a place that you would normally sit near right outside the pujari room, and I think I was about 10 feet away, seated on the floor, and all the rounds you were there, and I don't know, similar to how Sri Radhika said, I was there, I felt and I could hear your voice, your chanting, and that carried me very strongly, and somehow that image kept coming again and again, and I didn't want to fight that image at all. I was like, very nice, it was soothing, uplifting. And for the past few days, I've been specifically meditating on Shabari, her simplicity, but most specifically her Guru Bhakti. And very simple woman, she was told, someday Rama Lakshmana will come and you offer them hospitality. I mean, it's a famous story, but for me, what really made a new, I guess, realization or insight that drove me was she never asked when, and she just accepted that instruction. So for me, what was the strength was Guru Maharaj has been saying, and for all these years, that when you chant and you connect with the Lord, your life will be sublime, it will be strong. I have to strongly hold on to it, because for her, it came true. And she just accepted what her spiritual master said. So that was a strong connect for me as well. And from time to time, I would consciously pray to Hanuman that he's such a mighty person, but the image is all of him chanting the name of the Lord. And that helped me very much, that it is not so much of how mighty a deed someone may do or not do, but it is even such persons, his eyes are filled with tears of joy when he's wherever kirtan of the Lord is happening. So those were things that, regardless of what was going on, flights delayed, even if it was Mauna Vrata, for whatever reason, my Uber driver wanted to have a conversation with me. And I took out my beads and just closed my eyes and didn't talk beyond the pleasantries of thank you, how are you, and that's about it. So, thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Two things. The prayers to the six Goswamis, from the very first time I heard it and every other time I've heard it, aside from becoming more familiar with the meaning, it's impossible to not feel the feelings that Prabhu's in his voice, he's calling. So just that hearing the quality of the voice, you can't do better than that. The prayers to the six Goswamis. I mean, the recording, the sound, I don't know where it was, some studio and rudimentary instruments, but his voice, palpably, supposing somebody doesn't know anything about the six Goswamis, you can feel them in his voice. And he carries the audience to them through his voice. It's very special recording. If you listen to that regularly, tune into the voice part. You probably do, but
there are certain places where the inflection of his voice specifically.
It gets really shrill
Yeah.
and almost to the point of crying.
Yeah.
And then one other, as you were saying, different images were coming to your mind. Somebody shared with me that years ago in a japa retreat, I showed an image that is still with them. And I asked them if they had a copy, and they said no. But I found it. It's the image of a butterfly flying in the air and tied to a string, and the string is tied to a rock. And hold on to your attachments, and you're not going to fly. As butterfly-ish as you might be, or as desirous as you might be, that string will hold. So it's another nice image that, in an image it says a lot. Images are powerful. Okay, look at this. We have 2 minutes. Amrita Kelly, you have something you wanted me to sit here and smile. 10 seconds. 1 minute, 10 seconds. Let's do it. This is a recording, yes? If it works. Arti has started. Let's end and join the Arti. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Shri Kishore Kishori ki, Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundara ki, Gaur Premanandi.
Start.